Wow. Wow. The first upset of the NBA happens in the first game. The Houston Rockets lose the first game of the season at home to the Pelicans. Now, there's no need for alarm in certain situations. Like with Golden State, nobody made a big deal when they lost the opening night at home during ring night ceremony. It happens. New personnel, guys are figuring out their roles. It's going to be a lot of bumps in the road. But here's how they lost the game. The Pelicans have players on this team that is ideal for their growth. Making key additions like having Julius Randle on the court actually improves the team times 10 because now you got a guy who can shoot, he can get his own shot, and he can pass, he can rebound, he can create. You have another dangerous player you have to be concerned about, which alleviates a lot of stress off Davis, who's going to pound you down low. He can shoot the three, but now he don't have to create his own shot all the time. He got guys that can help contribute. And James Harden had to deal with Miko and the rest of the team. That defensively is where the Rockets lost. Okay, Truck Tucker cannot guard Anthony Davis. Clint Capella is going to have to be that guy, which means he's going to have to come out the paint. And whenever you go small and bring Melo in, if Melo can't guard Davis, you guys are in trouble because Truck Tucker can't do it. He's too small. He can do whatever he wants to him. And then Miko is out there draining threes. No one's guarding him. Miko can get hot and just start dropping. So whenever you help, you're going to get killed. Then they're getting killed on the inside glass. Their offensive rebound, defensive rebounding. If all you can bring to the table is shooting, your transition defense is poor. It's almost zero to non-existent. They gave up this game in the third quarter. In the third quarter, they quit. The Houston Rockets quit on this game in the third quarter. And it just became a walk by. Anthony Davis proved he was the real MVP. This was like when Turbo and Ozone got whooped. Turbo and Ozone got whooped at the doggone by the Electro Rocks. Or when Akeem Olajuwon came in and just took David Robinson's heart out during the MVP ceremony. So what does this really look like? Like, what is this supposed to mean for the team, or how they're going to go forward, and what everything is going to resemble? Um, I think we're going to see a difference out here. We're going to actually see some change on this floor. You're going to see teams are going to have to respect actual basketball play. Superstardom, commercials, and State Farm, all that crap. That's not going to help you win. You're going to actually have to play ball out here. And Houston was so concerned about offense, so concerned about shooting the three. They had nobody in there to defend, get to the paint. The guys was pressing them off the line. It was making Harden drive. Harden seemed like he's not even 100% in shape for the season. and you start to see it. Now, he got his MVP award and all of this stuff, but you see who really was the MVP out there in Davis, and they played around him instead of everybody trying to get their own. They played around Davis and said, "Okay, let's play as a team. You know, we want to we want to play around him so that way we can have have our unit out there, doing what they supposed to do, competing. We're gonna play around the guy who we want to motivate and push forward. You got what's his name? E Moore had 21. Randall had like 20. You got three guys with basically 21. You had a guy that came from Orlando. Uh, what do you have? Like a triple double coming in the game. So you know, sorry, sorry about that. I was getting a message. It was like LeBron hit a half court shot in scrimmage. I mean, I'm like, he traveled doing that shot. He traveled throwing up that shot. So Stevenson and Kuzma should be upset. But thanks everybody for pointing that out. But anyhow, I digressed. Chris Paul did the best he could, but the rebounding, Chris Paul normally is going to get about 5, 6 rebounds. He got 19 points. But the main problem is when you got guys out there who's trying to score, and everybody had decent games like 18, 19. Melo hit his first two shots, but then was like one for seven for the rest of the game. So you see why he's coming off the bench. Welcome back, NBA season. No, rebounding man is killing that team. Without Clint Capella, when he has 8 points, 8 rebounds, that ain't enough. And he only played 27 minutes. It's not going to help your team. When you got rid of some defensive players that you had from last year, you didn't replace them with anybody who was physical enough to bang and do the dirty work that you needed out there on them boards. So you wanted to put your gameplay around actual tempo and scoring. The Pelicans are the highest scoring team. Once Boogie went down, they were the highest scoring team in the league. It's almost as if Boogie slowed them down. As great as Boogie was, it was like it slowed them down to be a two-man offensive team. And once he left, they were able to be free, and other guys had to step up. And they showed that they were ready to step up, and they trusted each other, something that you rarely saw. You saw Holiday step up. You saw all these guys step up and say, "We're ready to play." So even though Rondo's gone, it was great because they got Randall. Randall could actually play the point. He could shoot. You got guys he can facilitate and he can get his own shot. And you don't have to really you don't lose anything, you know. As far as leadership, Davis was ready. You know, he's ready to run the offense. They can run the point guard. They can run the plays. They trust. They trust. And you saw a lot of growth last year. So I was worried about what they be, like ready to be without Rondo because Rondo was such a key component as far as running the plays. But they seem like everybody's on point. Like they came ready. Now, granted, it's only one game. And the fact that everybody was on fire. Like Miko was just shooting unconscious, but they know how to play. So, mm, mm, mm. Y'all in these messages, man, y'all crazy right now. So, nah, we'll just keep it the way it is. We'll leave this here. I'm gonna go ahead and address some of these emails you guys are sending me. All right, I'm out.